Hold on to the football, so I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Booker on the counter. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Keenum. It's the first touchdown pass as a Bronco for Case Keenum, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Well, these Seahawks heading out here on offense. Let's talk about last year. One to forget, Charles, in the Pacific Northwest. 7-9, a seat on the couch in January for these players, and that broke a streak of 5 straight seasons of double-digit victories and a playoff berth.
And I think they lost their identity a little bit along the way. On offense, they've always been a run-first team, establish a line of scrimmage, and bludgeon people. They didn't have that at all. Their offense ran through Russell Wilson, and he was magical, led the league in touchdown passes, but they are at their best when they're able to run the ball first and take control. On defense, age caught up with them. The Legion of Boom, no longer the same, and many of those guys will not be with the team in 2018. They will be starting over, but they have a smile on their face. I think this is a challenge that their head coach Pete Carroll relishes, and they look forward to being the underdog in the NFC West.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. Here, one. Roger.
Keenum will try again on second down. And that's the first NFL catch for Cortland Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Booker on first down. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A Bronco first down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
Keenum to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Jaron Reed able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, Sent this one off target.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. These Broncos coming off 2 years of not making the playoffs after winning Super Bowl 50. And last year in Vance Joseph's first season, they went 5-11, had an 8-game losing streak. Now, look, the defense remained elite. But the quarterback carousel, the general lack of offensive production really led to a disappointing 2017.
And in order for them to reverse that, they've got to continue to play to their strength, which is their defense. And they did that by drafting Bradley Chubb at number 5 overall, the defensive end out of North Carolina State. Gives them extra pass rushers. But on offense, they made a peace offering to their defense by signing Case Keenum at quarterback. That should calm down that position and open up possibilities on the offensive side of the ball.
And they'll bootleg it here with Keenum. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? Needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Keenum. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down. On 1st and 10, Keenum looking long for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here's Wilson to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Domata-Peko able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to go down again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Check 50. Hey, tempo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Wilson looking to throw on 2nd down. It's caught. Baldwin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A skip, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with Devontae Booker. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go, let's go.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll pitch it to Booker. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Keenum. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sutton. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
So if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is taken around the 12. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The best name in the NFL, Barkevious Mingo. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll let this thing go for Sanders. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
A carry down for McKissick. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a third down. From the gun, Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Tempo, tempo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, but not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Wilson operating from the gun. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Von Miller in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Janikowski good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. 10. They'll start out on the ground with Booker. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Keenum going to throw. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. A gain of 8 and a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On the handoff, this is Booker, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Here we go, boys. Jam.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one. And even 50 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll hand off to Booker. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is...
And he will score! Touchdown, Denver! Case Keenum with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and it's now 21-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. To throw again is Wilson. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Sua Cravens. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Baldwin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The intended target done Baldwin. And that'll make it 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of...
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they...
Hey.